Welcome back to another edition of Table Talk, Real Estate, Family, and Legacy. Today we are going to discuss how to see the signs in a family member, whether it be a mother, a father, grandmother, grandfather, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, anybody really in your family, or even friends for that matter. But be able to see the signs that something is amiss, something isn't right. And if you can catch those signs early enough, you might be able to prevent something from very bad happening. All right. Um, One thing to remember, though, is some of those signs are going to be internal. So you're not going to see some of the signs that can present an issue. And most of the time, when you ask uh, somebody, your friend or a loved one or something like that, if there's anything wrong, if they're feeling good or feeling bad, or whatever, they're just going to dismiss it and tell you, I feel fine. There's no issues. There's no worries, because they don't want to worry anybody, or they don't want to feel like they're going to be put in a position to be, uh, poked and prodded, or put in a home because they can't take care of themselves anymore, and this and that. So there's a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts that go into their process when they're asked if they're okay, if there's something wrong. Now, some signs that are going to be obviously visible are signs of uh, confusion, lostness, if that's a word, um, but mostly confusion, uh, not knowing where they're going, getting lost. And those are the obvious signs of like an Alzheimer's or dementia coming on. Um, I do believe there are some new drugs that, if caught early enough, uh, can depress or slow down the disease. I don't believe that it's a completely curable disease, but you know, those easy signs are if you're at your parents' house and they keep forgetting where they leave things in the kitchen, or they keep looking in different closets for things that they've known where they are for years and years and years. Uh, they go down a hallway and go into a bedroom instead of the bathroom. Those are telltale signs that something is wrong, that something is amiss. Now, you're going to have other internal signs that you may not ever see. Um, the confusion could be one if they can cover it up, but signs of like dizziness, um, heart high heart rate, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Those are all things that if they don't tell you about them, you're never going to know, um, unless you see their medications or something. But they can hide them too and keep them out of sight. So those kind of internal issues are going to be a lot harder to see. And unfortunately, those are probably some of the more important ones to be able to know about, because if something does happen, it's going to lead up because of those issues. For instance, when my mother had her stroke, a couple of days earlier, she was talking with some friends, and I had met up with the friends, and that's another thing you can do is ask their friends, have you noticed a change? Have you seen anything? They might actually be more apt to tell their friends about a problem or a change that happens before they let you know about it. So yeah, once again, ask a family friend if they have seen any changes or noticed anything, or if they've even been told. Because, like I said, once again, they are probably going to tell a friend before they tell a family member. Um, but like in my mother's case, um, she was having signs leading up to it. And this was kind of right after COVID. So it was a little difficult to just go to a hospital or get into a doctor's office. But she did have something scheduled, but unfortunately, things happened before she got to the doctor. But on her little notepad, she was writing, dizziness, blurry vision, like all those signs. And when I talk to her friends that she talked to on a regular basis around the house, never an issue. So, I mean, if you have those type of parents that don't want to worry you or bring you in and make you concerned, they're more than likely not going to say anything. And you can't take it personal. You have to just deal with it. Um, if you have a feeling that something is going on, you can poke and prod, but I wouldn't do too much of that because you may flip the script to where they completely shut down on you and don't say anything, even when they know something is going on or know that they should say something. They may just shut down completely. But I think one thing to remember out of all of this is if something does happen and the signs were there but you didn't see them, don't take it as a I should have seen it, I should have done something could have been done. They didn't want you to know. if if they were really concerned, they would say something. And you just have to accept the fact that they're scared, they're worried about what's going to happen in the future. And I get that, and you should get that. um, how many times have we been sick and just kind of like, oh, it's nothing, right? Even though it is, that's just kind of what people roll it into, is it's nothing, don't worry about it. So if something does happen and you didn't see the signs, or you didn't call a doctor or didn't call it out or something, just go with it, just accept it and deal with it from that day on. Deal with the doctors that are whoever involved at that point. If there's surgeons, if there's neurological, if there's this, if there's that, and take it from there. Just deal with it from that point on, because you're not going to do yourself or your family member any good dwelling on how they got there. So the things to remember are, if you can see them and you can see the signs, that is when you can step in. It's going to be very hard to see the internal signs. Um, and if you suspect something is going on, uh, talk to their family, talk to their friends, talk to other family members, and talk with them and just let them know you're concerned. And let them know you're concerned, and that you don't want to see anything bad happen to them. If you can stem it in the bud now, you might save them a lot of anguish and pain, and they may not see it that way. And when you describe it that way, it might turn their sense of thinking around. So I hope you got something from this video. Click the subscribe button. Love to see you all on the next videos. And once again, have a great weekend.